Morning, grade nines. It's Monday, April 20th. I hope you had a really good long weekend. We had a good day here on Friday, so with our kind of PD, work from home PD, it was kind of unusual, but we kind of got some good things accomplished. I have some good ideas for what we might do in our next unit when we talk about graphing. But for now, we're still kind of looking at the proportions and proportion percent unit. So I just want to quickly look at what we're doing today. It's going to be really quick and straightforward because we have been looking at this a lot. But I'll quickly give you a quick. I'll give you a glance of what we're doing today. So looking at something along these lines. I have a nice picture. This again is a nice picture of birds, but it does not represent the total number of birds from the question, just like with the fish in the tank. So really, in the bird section of a pet shop, there are 10 green parrots, 20 yellow parrots, 2 red, and 8 white parrots. So there's only a few questions here that deal with this. The first one being very important: how many parrots are all together? So show your work, and then it gets into the kind of meat and potatoes questions where it says, hey, what percentage of the parrots are green? And it gives you an idea of what that might look like. So 10 is what percent of the total. So once you find the total, 10 out of the total, and then you can find the percentage in one of a couple of ways. So what might that look like? Very briefly, we'll call this April 20th. Alright, so we have, let's just pretend we have a different total number of birds. I'm just going to pick something out of the air. 791 birds. Alright, it's totally made up, so don't worry about it. So if we have 791 birds total, and 10 are green. Right, so they're asking 10 are green and there's 791 total. What percentage of the parrots are green? So we have 10 out of 791 are green. Out of 791 total, and maybe this would be a good way to kind of keep track of where your values are. So 10 are green out of this many total, and then you can either divide or you can use a calculator, which is totally fine. And again, this is made up. So 10 out of 791, and you'll get some really infinitesimally small number. Right, so that gives me as a decimal equals 0.01264, right? But I want a percent, so to make a percent I have to take my decimal point and move it 2 spaces to the right. So that would move it to here, 1.264. 264%. Nice. And I'll basically leave it along those lines. A lot of the questions follow that suit. Just make sure you know how many how many you have total, and then you have a certain number out of the total. Turn that into a percent. Yeah, so you can do it this way. You can plug it into the calculator and move your decimal, or you can set it up. This is one way, or you can set it up as a proportion. Alright, so I'll draw a quick line down the middle. If we have 10 out of 791, that equals what out of 100, right? Because we're talking percents. Percents are out of 100. You can set it up that way as well. If you're divided by 100, multiply by 100 on both sides. Those will cancel out. You're left with 100 times 10. This divided by 791. There you go, 1.264. Equals question mark. Right on. So we'll leave it at that. Quick review of things we've looked at again. So make sure that you're continuing to remember all of the things we've looked at, kind of build on everything with every step. So these are kind of word problems, but there's only about 7. That'll be on page 92, and I'll share that with you today. Otherwise, I hope you have a good start of your week. Hopefully your other classes aren't too crazy. And if you want to check out Google Meet, I might have one at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Hopefully somebody wakes up and comments what time works better. Or we could even do one-on-one